Hello guys, it's Veoler here. Today we are learning about buildings. I meant this video is on builds in Clover Retribution and how to create the best ones in the game based off stats and using races and traits. So watch the whole video. We will also go through armors, we'll go through accessories and weapons. So don't miss the build that fits you the most. This is my opinion by the way, so if you guys have any better build ideas, drop them in the comment section below and let's get right to it. Okay guys, first off we got a build. I named myself, yes I made the name, it's called Dexter, for obvious reasons, and do not hate on my naming skills. This build consists of 70% dexterity and 30% constitution, so if you have 100 points, stat points, 70 would go into dexterity, 30 would go into constitution. That 30% will probably allow you to take at least one hit from the strongest bosses in the game. Because Dexter's main job is to be quick and deal high amounts of damage and dodge, so it's not recommended for those who like tanking, be playing quite slowly, have bad ping, but it is very good for those with quick reaction time. Um, in my opinion, as a Dexter, your ideal race is probably Lindari or Linfari. I don't know how to say it, but because the plus 12 dexterity is just overpowered and the plus 2 boost is going to give you an extra bonus and you don't take full damage, it's just kind of like the best in the game for it. But as a reserve race, in case you cannot get Linfari because it is very rare, I would say get Hybrid Elf or Goblin just for their dexterity. Now, the best innate trait, in my opinion, for Dexter would probably be probably high speed regen, which will allow you to get back into a fight very quickly if you've been hit. And a good alternative to it is probably superior speed, as movement is key for a Dexter. As for armors and accessories, the best armor is Enigma Carapace, and this is like the best across all boards in the game, but very rare and very hard to get. And I can't lie, the stats are overpowered. You've got 15 con, you've got 5 strength, dexterity and intelligence, but it's very rare. So for those without that much luck, I recommend getting the Bandit Sovereign Levers with 6 dexterity. The best weapon in game right now for the Dexter is the Enigma Blade, also very rare with 12 slash damage, but a good alternative is the... That brings us to the end of our first build, which I hope fits your playstyle. It took me ages to make this after loads of testing, so I'd love for you guys to like, comment and subscribe, and let's get on to our next build. Our second build on the list, which I named Magic Man. Well, Magic Man, or if you're a girl, it's Magic Woman. I know these names are so creative, like I'm actually the best at making these. Anyways, out of all the builds in this game, Magic Man, for me, is basically the second most versatile in the whole game. It's probably the second most versatile. You could argue it is the most versatile. This build consists of at least 50% magic, which means at least 50% of your points have to be in magic to play decently in this build. Obviously you can change that around. You could put 90% to 10%, which is very risky, but like if you're that guy, if you can dodge like that, then I definitely recommend it. If you want to do 3 attacks and do high damage and like take out the boss very quickly, that's you, isn't it? The best race for a Magic Man is hard to decide, because in my opinion it's either Mahari, which got some OP stuff that I don't really understand, so you guys can read it, or High Elf, which got some useful buffs. Monstrous Reserves is the best trait for a Magic Man, giving 50% mana buff, which will allow you to put more points into intelligence. If you can't get it, Loved by Mana is also the best alternative with 250 plus mana and a cool looking aura. For my weapon choice, the Magic Man, as there's no mage weapons in the game besides grimoires, I recommend a spear, as it has long range and it can keep enemies at bay whilst you're cooling down your magics, like whilst your magics are cooling down, I should say. For armor, Enigma Carapace, the best in the game. So yeah, if you can get it, definitely get it. But I can't really choose a certain armor because not many armors can fit it, so I would say just depending on your playstyle, if you want to be faster, get something that makes you faster. If you need more constitution, get something that gives you that. It just really depends on your playstyle. A great accessory though would probably be the Azure Diamond Crystal Ring with intelligence and mana, or the Averstone Pauldrons with a crazy 20 constitution. Moving on to our third build, we have the strongman. You get it like Eddie Hall or Mark Felix. You know what, I give up. But besides my naming skills, the strongman is simply just a tanky damage dealer, not made for dodging at all. You're expected to run in and click until you die basically. But because of your health and strength, you'll be putting all your raw power for the team. You'll be tanking so they can heal, so they can use their attacks on a mob like a boss that just stands there and tries to fight you. The stat split should be 60% strength at least, then 40% constitution. You play around with it, find what percentages you like the most. The best magic for the strongman is without a doubt, in my opinion, healing, which is actually very high tiered. Like out of all of the magics, I would say it's one of the best ones, and it will just allow you to tank for longer. The best race for strongman is now I was looking at it. It's probably between Reoman and High Orc. With Reoman, you get 10 Constitution and regen, but with High Orc, you get 10 Strength and 30% more defense. So yeah, you can choose depending on your playstyle. But if you can't get either of these, the next best thing is definitely Stonekin. When picking a trait for yourself, adaptive resistance is definitely the way to go. You can pause and read it fully, but basically, you have a meter, and when that meter is full by being attacked, you half all damage for 60 seconds. As for a weapon, sadly, only 2 good weapons in the game, because there is only 2 weapons for bludgeoning. So I would say the Gallant Grasp, which is really rare, and the Copper's Hammer, which you can just get from the the blacksmith inside of the starter town. But a little good news is that gauntlets are coming to the game, so look forward to that. If you can't get Enigma or Pumpkin Knight Armor, then I would advise you strongly to get Ogre Hide Vanguard with 6 Constitution, 3 Strength and damage reduction. Lastly, the accessory for the strongman goes to Averstone Pauldrons with 20 Constitution. If you can't obtain it easily, I would get the Wolf Hunter Pauldrons. Thank you guys for watching the video, but I got a challenge for y'all, which is to make the best hybrid build possible, and let me know in the comment section below. This video took me ages to make, so remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.